Good morning, everyone, and welcome to the Ranger Rob Country Living channel. And are you kidding me? Freaking snowed again. It's April, guys. It's April 14th or something. Stop now. Enough snow. It's over. Stop it. My gosh. It's like, can we please kind of graduate to spring? That'd be really nice. Thank you very much. Anyway, yep, snow. Yeah, it's starting to melt a little bit now, but come on. We need to change gears here and start spring flowers and all the other good stuff. Can we please? All right. I popped the circuit, so I gotta reset it here. So let's move on. Well, I just got another package here, and I got one yesterday of replacement strawberries, and we need to spend the next day or two here getting these all transferred to pots, get them started, get their leaves going in the green room, we call, or the growing room. So yeah, we got a busy day. Well, guys, we are outside back at the house here with my table, getting ready to set up a whole bunch of trays here ready for strawberries. My first, say 40 or 50, 60, I don't know, are soaking in water, and I've got 2 bags, I gotta get the snow off of them, of starter mix here, and we'll get those loaded in here. Make sure you keep the crowns above the dirt, and then we'll put them into the green room and under lights for a couple of weeks, and till they're ready to go outside, and hopefully we'll have better weather by then. So I'm gonna get this process started. Well, it's a little later in the day, and we did get about 100 strawberries planted and set up here, put on a heated mat, and so pretty happy to get that done. I got to lower my lights a little bit, and let's see, we got spinach growing up here, and believe it or not, yes, believe it or not, I actually have more strawberries right here, and it's another 50 strawberries. So believe it or not, I got a room. So we'll do the best we can here. But what I do is I've been using a starter potting soil and watered it, and we have we add this Dynagrow 7-9-5 liquid plant food that I add just a smidgen to our water. And that's how I get those going. It'll probably 2 to 3 weeks. Hopefully we'll see lots of new leaves and flowers and stuff like that. And eventually a lot of these will end up in my hydroponic towers when it warms up. And so yeah, we're cooking here. I'll probably transplant a few more Well, some of these spinach will go into the hydroponics floating rafts. And if you haven't noticed, I also got potatoes. I have Yukons and russet seed potatoes going here. I wanted to give them a little more time to kind of bloom more. So yeah, very busy. It was very cold outside. Got all that done, but I still got more to do. So yeah, just some of the old tomatoes that I've had planted too early. I tried to save some of them, so I did put some in bigger pots. Some are saving and some aren't. I put a couple around my propagator, and the propagator is doing super well. Took a lot of lettuces already out to the floating rafts. These other ones here are spinaches, and a lot of those are going to go out to the floating rafts real soon, or the NFT. Or a lot of times I'll put them in the floating rafts to get their roots a little bit longer. Then I'll put them in the NFT. Spinach is, we're killing it with spinach out on the NFT system, so pretty exciting. So yeah, doing the best we can here with this crazy weather we got. So hopefully this snow stuff will stop and convince Central Oregon it's time to warm up and it's time to start embracing summer. Or at least spring. So anyway guys, that's what we're doing this morning. Got a lot done. Got a podcast to do tonight with Dale Wiley. Looking forward to it. I'm going to talk about a subject briefly about a new movie that came out called Watching the Water. Highly recommend people watch it and make your own decisions of what you get out of it. So anyway guys, let's move on. Well guys, it's the next day, and guess what? Other than it being cold, it looks like a sparkling day in Central Oregon. Yes sirree Bob. So what does that mean? Well, first let's go see how our plants are doing first. The piggies, they can wait a little longer. And yeah, today sure, you know, video go to learned how to make that artesian bread from Melissa Kay, and now she's doing cinnamon rolls with that same dough with slight modifications. So today we're gonna get some homemade cinnamon rolls, and kind of excited about that. There's we can go a little closer. Let's take a look at this, how well the spinach is doing on the NFT. There they are. They're all doing pretty good. Looks like, well, I thought I was going to lose one, but it actually has new leaves. So by golly, the spinach is surviving this crazy weather. How cool is that? All right, let's go check the greenhouse. All right, guys, got into the greenhouse here. No news on the Dutch buckets. Got snap peas and regular peas planted there. Be interesting to see if any of those pop up. This is butter crunch lettuce on the floating rafts. They're coming along just fine. Water's warm, so yeah, so excited about that. They'll still grow a little slower right now because of the colder weather, but yeah, I'm kind of excited to see how all this does. So anyway, it's time to feed the pigs. Yeah. Well, getting to the back of the property here. The four little brats are over there yelling at me. Gotta open the gate though. We keep this closed at night just to keep the coyotes out of the main yard if they happen to be through here. But wow, it's a very pretty day today. Little puffy clouds and everything. A little cool, but the sunshine feels good. But here are the four little piggies right there. Hi guys. Good morning. Hi guys. How are you? You guys hungry? you doing? Hello. Hey, Mr. Cow. All right, they're being very adorable right now, but let's get them fed. All right, guys, 4 little piggies are all fed. One of their bowls is in the back of their house, so some of the food had to go on the ground today, but that way I know all the pigs are getting their fair share of food, so it's all good. And looks like Belle's finding dead bodies in the yard. So yeah, sometimes you'll find bones in this yard from predators catching rabbits or whatever. So, and Belle lets us know she finds them once in a while. Anyway, guys, let's go on with our day. All right, guys, a little later in the day, and I have a confession to make. Last year, I made a boo-boo, and when we drove a stake into the ground, we hit a pipe. And we don't know which pipe it was, but we think it's for the watering system for the grass. However, we kind of ignored it for a while, but now the NFT is not running. We took it apart, and this is where the leak has been coming from. We're pretty sure we got a 1-inch pipe under here that goes to our water system. If it's not our water system, then we hit the septic tank. Or the septic system.
We would have smelled it.
We would have noticed it by then. So we took off the back end of the NFT here. We are now getting ready to cut this piece out, and then we're going to figure out, and we haven't moved the stake because we want to see if the dirt collapses. We want to see where it goes, but we want to see where what we hit. So besides that, we did get a lot of strawberries planted, and we also put some shelves up, and I'll show that to you in a little bit. But let's get this opened up and let's find out what kind of damage we did. So we got the removed. We definitely got something there. So it looks like I need to grab a shovel, and we'll find out what we hit down there, and then try to repair it. All right, guys. So we got a hole dug here, and we've actually found 4 pipes or 3 pipes.
4 pipes.
4 pipes. And luckily we only damaged 1. Now the problem is trying to decide what size it is. So we're measuring the outside diameter. It's a thin wall. So we're going to go over to our hardware store. Plus we need a pipe cutter, a cable cutter that'll cut pipe, because we don't have any tools in there. Otherwise we'll damage the other pipes. So once we figure out what size of pipe that is when we go to the hardware store, we'll also find a coupler and glue and see if we can repair this thing. So it could have been worse, but it's still a pain in the butt. So anyway, off to a hardware store. Well, guys, it's getting later in the evening. We did have to go to the hardware store and pick up some parts. I think we got the parts we need to repair our pipe here, and we'll do that this weekend or when we get a chance. And we're going to take a few tools inside, but yeah, it's a nice hole we got there, but we got the couplers and a piece to go in there, so we're good to go. All right, now we're going to show you what's in the greenhouse. All right, guys, so we're in the greenhouse. I am doing an experiment. I'm kind of making a sacrificial thing here. I did put a purple Cherokee in one of our things here, and I'm going to cover it with a milk bottle here, see if it kind of helps protect it a little, and see how it does. If it doesn't make it, I've got 20,000 more in the other room. And the other thing I was going to show you is we got our shelves in, one here and one over here, and boy, it's going to be nice to have those, just to kind of keep the tables a little more clear. All right, then we got to go back to the above ground garden boxes, cover them up again before it gets dark and gets cold. And yeah, so it sounds like we may have winter storm warnings again tomorrow. This never stops. Oh yeah, there's one more thing. On the floating rafts, I've got all my current lettuce out here, and I put one on the NFT system, and then I added two spinaches on here. So right here and right here. and we'll see how well they do on the floating rafts. So yeah, it's kind of, once again, kind of fun to see the hydroponics going back into work. Well, we checked in our chickens. They're doing good tonight. Heard a big bang over here and a squeal. I guess the pigs have been fighting a little bit. More like wrestling. And got thrown against the house again. And I think one of us will have to kind of go in there and pound. Those are little brats, aren't you? So I got Sherry with me so I can distract them enough. I'll go in there and kick their panel back out. Plus I got I don't know where they got that stick. Plus one of their bowls is in there, so we need to go in there anyway, but we'll give them a little loving, even though they're brats. Get them fed, get them new water, fix their house, because we just haven't had enough pig drama, have we? Ah, not enough pig drama. All right, I need to distract these guys so we can get some work done. All right, guys, got the water, nice clean water. Pigs are finishing up their dinners. We put a whole bunch of hay in their house tonight because it's going to cool down again. Last thing we got to do way over here is put the covers on our above ground garden beds, and Sherry's like, what do you think their bowl's going to end up tomorrow? You think they'll all be here? Or?
No.
No, because they're brats. So anyway, guys, we're going to wrap up the video right here. We're going to finish up the garden boxes, call it a night, and relax. It's been a busy day. So there's plenty of things we need to do tomorrow too. So guys, please take the time to like, subscribe, and share our videos. Where, share?
All over the whole wide world?
Yes, did you hear that? All over the whole wide world. So guys, have a great day and we'll talk to you later. Bye now. Say bye.
Bye.
Got her. Bye.
Our videos are made possible by Ranger Rob Poopy Bags, available at Amazon right now. Thank you very much for watching our video. Please take the time to like, subscribe, and share our videos all over the whole wide world. Thanks.